Here's how to write a memorable video game or anime music theme in 3 minutes. So, truthfully, it'll probably take you longer than 3 minutes. But to start, it should only take you 3 minutes. Now, here's all you really need to know. I'm going to make this sound really simple, and a lot of people are going to be like, it's way harder than that, bro. But bear with me. Get ideas, like references. So, know, let's say, 3 to 5 music tracks that you want to use as a reference, like sounds that you want to be inspired from. This from this track, this from this track, like the bass here, the drums here, the way that, like the combination of instruments in one of the tracks, or the rhythm that they use, or the effects that they use, or maybe the cultural style, like maybe they use some sort of like ethnic instrument or ethnic style in terms of the writing composition, right? So do that little listening there, and then honestly you could skip that step if you want. The number one way, because you can write music and then you can write memorable music, and there's a lot of arguments around this on the internet about video game music, but what I will say is if you have any sense of melody, if you skip any of the steps, try this one. Just hum, sing, or whistle while you're walking around, you're in the shower. Don't do it while you're in front of a piano or a guitar or whatever your main instrument is. Maybe you're a singer. That'll be a little different, right? Because you'll be humming and all that anyways. But what I'm trying to say is that's the most liberating version. Humming, singing, whistling, and try to do it while you're like outside somewhere, by the ocean, walking, in the shower, somewhere where you feel calm and connected to nature would probably be easier, but you might have somewhere that's better for you. The point that I'm trying to make is if you want it to be memorable, it would likely serve the rest of the piece of music if it's following the melody. Now, I'm going to sound a little bit biased here, but most of the music that I remember the melodies from, when it comes to, of course, anime is Japanese, right? But video games, they're Japanese video games, and they have a lot of lengthy melodies. Surprisingly, it's not like super short, but that's a little bit of a tangent on me just saying whistle out a melody, hum out a melody, sing out a melody, do it until something sticks and you're like, that's catchy. Now use that and base the rest of the track around that. And I'll tell you why. Because the chords, for example, the harmonies that you write are going to be different than if you started with, for example, the rhythm, the harmony, the drums, or the bass first. And that's something worth mentioning too. You could start with any of those different areas first, and you'll end up with a different track, a different song entirely. Maybe a little similar, but different. So, if you start with the melody, a lot of the rhythm and harmonies and bass, everything's going to change based on that, because you're going to be working around the melody. Now, the reason I brought up the Japanese stuff is because usually it's a little bit more complex with the melody. It's not a short melody, it's a lot longer. So you have to keep up with it. And sometimes the harmonies or the changes are, I don't know if you would say more difficult to compose or write around, but there's more to keep in mind with the melody that you came up with. And that's how to write a memorable anime or video game theme in 3 minutes. You can spend all the time you want, on the other parts, but the theme, the melody, honestly, the big part would probably only take you 3 minutes. The rest of it will probably take longer, especially if you're in front of like any music software. You're going to be like changing the little instruments, like the violin, and what synth you're using, and the presets, and tweaking all the effects and everything, and making sure it doesn't sound like a preset or a sample library anymore. That's a whole different video. But I'm about to sneeze. Thank you for watching. That's how to write a memorable theme in 3 minutes. whistle, hum, sing, walk somewhere outside nice, make something you remember. Boom, got a catchy melody. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. When I'm there, I can monetize the channel and maybe not have to work anymore outside of video game music or anime. So, if you'd like to help out and you made it this far, subscribing is free, commenting helps the algorithm, so does liking the video. So please do those things for me, and I'm happy to bring you new content and help you guys out in any way possible in the future. All right? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.